Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Reading with Will, and I am Will, and today we are not going to be reading. Today I really wanted to show you guys more about who I am, and so I thought what better, more on-brand way than to give you a little tour of my bookcase. I love this thing. You can't see the whole bookcase. It has 5 little sections like this, but I am so particular about this bookcase. If everything else in my life is a mess, this will not be one of them. This thing is always in pristine shape, and I love it. I love to just sit and stare at it, stare at all the books I finished, see all the spines touch. Let me show you what it's all about. So this is at the very top of my bookcase. From here on are all the books I finished in 2022. It's about 16 books. We have talked about these books, my loves, and the Song of Achilles, but there are some other ones in here that I definitely plan on talking about. This was a really good book. I felt so changed after reading it. Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. Really good book. Let me know if you want me to discuss it. If you see any books in this tour, let me know if you want me to make an individual book review about it. Circe is Madeline Miller's other book that she wrote. So she wrote The Song of Achilles and Circe. So good. I love the cover art for this. It is one of my most beautiful books in my opinion. Of course, I had to show this book. If you haven't read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, do yourself a favor and go read it. I think most people who pick it up end up liking it. My sister and one of my best friends just read it and they both loved it. So definitely give it a read. It's really easy. It's not long at all. Keeps you on your toes. These are all the memoirs I've read. I love listening to these on Audible because normally the author will read it. So it's kind of like listening to a podcast of their life. Very good. All 3. I love them all for their own reasons. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy was an instant favorite as soon as I started it. I grew up watching iCarly. I've always known who she is. The title is so intriguing. She has gone through so many hardships, and I think everyone should read this book, especially if you were a Nickelodeon kid, you saw the show, you should know what was actually happening. Yes Please by Amy Poehler was a hilarious book. I have not laughed that much in any of the books I've read. She is hilarious. I went and bought the entire set of Parks and Recs right after I finished this. So good, so funny. Finding Me by Viola Davis was my favorite memoir that I've read. She is an incredible woman who has gone through so many things, and I think everyone should read it. The way she reads, just won an award for her performance reading her Audible book, if that tells you anything. So definitely check it out. Everyone needs to know more about her. Hi guys, how are you today? Whoa. Why does my hand look like that? Hi guys, I hope you had a great supper last night. Started a book club at my work, and this was the first book that we read. We haven't met about it yet, but it was really good. It was really sweet. It was a change of pace after reading The Poppy War and Babel in the Secret History. Really cute story, y'all. Everyone loves this happy book. This is my second section of my bookcase. These 3 are books I have also read, but I had to start a new row because I already finished a row, so it's very exciting, and all of this stuff will eventually go because books will be coming through. Said it once and I'll say it again. This book is incredible. The second book got moved to being released in 2024, and I am so upset about it. But I will definitely be doing a video about this book. I think it's just completely action-packed. You just breeze through it because it keeps you on your toes. Keeps you on your toes. Some crystals. I have a clear quartz over here. I have my favorite crystal, citrine, over here. And then I have some black obsidian right there. And here are some of my favorite characters. I love Rhaenyra from House of the Dragon. Girl Boss, Queen, Bend the Knee, folks. And we got Black Widow, best Marvel character, don't at me. And him. I love him. And I also have this Avatar beer. I bought one and I also drank one, and it tastes disgusting. It's like a blueberry flavor. Absolutely hate the taste, but the can is just so cute. I love it, so I have to keep it on my shelf. I have a Lego flower that I have. My friend has the 2 other ones with it. So we have friendship flowers. Here I have this little card signed by a character or a thing from Star Wars The Clone Wars. And then back here, you know what this is, folks. You know what this is. Incredible, right? Oh my god, there's a hair on my little phalange. Why do my fingers look like that? Okay, anyways, yeah. Incredible, right? It's a part of a brain. It's a brain inhibitor chip, y'all. Oh, and a little slide. Why do my fingers look like that? I hate it. These 2 little prints I have, one's from Evelyn Hugo, and then this one's from The Song of Achilles. They're both so cute. They came with posters that I got for those books. So a nice little touch, and I would have bought them if I saw them. And then I have this little doohickey. It stamps my book, and it says this book is from the library of Will Mobley. I don't use it because I'm scared to mess up my books, but I love having it. Next up, we have my Ahsoka shelf. Okay, guys. Ahsoka is my favorite character of any media ever. #1 favorite. Anyone who knows me knows I love Ahsoka. She is my favorite. I had to get all of these bobbleheads because I needed every single one of her. I have one signed that my cousin got me for my birthday one year by the voice actress. One of my most prized possessions. And I also have some lightsabers. So this is Ben Solo's lightsaber. I got it when I went to Galaxy's Edge at Disney World. It is really heavy. I love the details of the hilt and the little colors from heating up. So it's really cool. It's blue lightsaber. And these are Ahsoka's lightsabers from the Clone Wars. They can change between the colors green and blue. And these are the ones I wanted when I went to Disney World, but they did not have them. And I love them. I also have this Ahsoka art print that I just ordered. It's a tarot card. So this is the book that I am currently reading. It's called A Day of Fallen Night. It is ginormous. It's 800 pages, and I really wasn't thinking when I started reading this ginormous book, so it's gonna take me a while to get through. Yeah, it really put my reading goal behind for this year because it's so thick, and the next one is just as thick. But as soon as I finish, you best believe I'll be posting a review. It is incredible. I have loved every single second I've read this book. Incredible, incredible. Kind of like Game of Thrones, but even better. Maybe. Yeah, because I think this actually is gonna have a good ending. These are all the books I have not read. So I want to play a game called Reading Smash or Pass, because when I bought some of these, oh my god, the power just went out. Because when I got some of these, my taste has changed. Let's go through what I actually intend on reading and what is probably just gonna sit here for a really long time. Malibu Rising, I have been wanting to read this for a while, and so I found it, and so I got it, and I do plan on reading this. So this is the will read pile over here. My uncle gave me this book that he read, and I told him to read The Poppy War, and he did. And so he said I would like this book. So I trust his opinion. Will definitely be reading. I bought this tiny little baby book. Do I think I'm gonna read it? No. It looks really sad, so don't need that. This one, The Inheritance Game, I've heard a lot of good things. It reminds me kind of Knives Out, which is one of my favorite movies. So it's a maybe. There's 3 other books, and I don't know if I want to read 3 other books. Yeah, I'll probably read this one and see if I like it or not and decide if I'm going to read the other ones. So I'm going to put yes. Red, White, and Royal Blue. Okay, people say they love it, but I don't think I'm going to read it. The title is kind of cringy in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of just these romance novels, so I'm going to probably not read it. And you know how I just said I'm not a really big fan of these romance novels? This one looks like a kind of nerdy romance, so I'm gonna put it on the yes. Last night at the Telegraph Club, so yes, I do want to read this book. Next up is Legendborn. I have heard nothing but good things about this in the next book, so this is an absolutely will read. The only reason I have not read it is because I don't know if I want to get the second one, wait for that to come in paperback and start, or just buy this in hardback. I haven't decided yet because I want them all to match. So absolutely 100 billion% will be reading that. I bought this when I was on a trip, Persuasion by Jane Austen. I was wanting to read some classics, so I'm gonna say yes. Who knows if I'm actually gonna get around to reading it, but yeah. And then we have the Diana memoir, which I do want to read. I really thought I was gonna have more books that I was not gonna actually want to read, more than 2, so you know that game kind of failed. And lastly, I have my Star Wars shelf. I have read a lot more Star Wars books than this. I had a phase where I read over 50 Star Wars books, and that phase is kind of past, but I also kind of want to commemorate all the books that I did read, so I put some of my favorite books that I enjoyed on the shelf. So I have some books from Star Wars The High Republic. It takes place before the first movie. It's all of these ones that say Star Wars The High Republic. So good. Like, so much fun to see a new era of Star Wars. Really enjoyed it. And then over here, this is my first Star Wars book, Phasma, still one of my favorites. Love it. These 3 are a trilogy right here. Originally, I was not a big fan. I liked them, but I wasn't a big fan. But then I read the last one, I was like, oh my god, I love these books. The last one's so good. And then I have the Ahsoka novel at the end, and then Rebel Rising. Bobblehead-wise, I have Rey. People who hate Rey. Boo. Rose. If you hate Rose, I will tell you my address, and you can come to my house, and we can brawl. And then we got Sabine and Chopper, the best droid. And then there's Hunter and Omega, and Bo-Katan and Mando. Family photo. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you got to learn a little bit more about me. Next week we'll be back to book reviews. We'll be back to our roots. I just thought this would be really fun. If you saw, like I said, if you saw any of those books that you want me to review, or any book that you think I should read and review, let me know. I'll see what I can do. Definitely want to give the people what they want, but I also want to give the people what I want. So let me know. But thank you for watching the video. Please go watch my other videos. Go watch my Poppy War, my favorite book of all time. Those 3 videos, that's like an essential Reading with Will channel watches. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the little notification bell so you know when I'm posting. I post once a week. Follow my Instagram. My handle is WillMobs. Till next week, guys. You know, try to get some good rest. I'm coming for you with my next video. Goodbye.